Okay, so I wanted to take a few minutes to make this quick video. Some issues have come up in Meade County between the jailer and the fiscal court about the audits that the detention center fails and seems to have difficulty getting correct. So I went back and I looked through the last few reports, and I'm going to do that next. So I'm going to go through and show you. We'll go through real quick. I'll show you the brief anatomy of the report, show you how to get to exactly what you need to get to see what's going on if you wanted to. And then we'll talk about how the fiscal court is responding to this and how the jailer is responding to the fiscal court. And I'll put links in the description, the link to the thing that I'm looking at. All right, so here we go to the audit reports. To get to the audit reports, first go to Kentucky Auditor. Welcome to the Auditor Public Accounts, Kentucky. So this is a statewide audit that they do every year. Audit reports, online audit search. What you're going to look for is Meade. And keywords you're going to search for fiscal court. So these go all the way back. Now, for the fiscal court, looked at the ones from like the second half of this year, JJ office, and this was his first full year. Marked in red are have to do with the jail, detention center, or whatever, and the ones that are black are other stuff. So as we can see, they had other issues in 2015, 2016, 2017, besides the jail. Apparently, the year end 28. So starting in 2019, looks like the exceptions to the audit were from the jail, having to do with the jail. So what I'm going to do is just look at the past couple years, see what these are all about. Let's see, financial statement, KRS. This is credit card. All these are jail. Have to do with the jail. So if we look at reporting entity, the financial statement from the Meade County includes all budgeted and unbudgeted funds under the control of the Meade County Fiscal Court. So what this is saying is that all budgeted and unbudgeted funds are under the control of the Meade County Fiscal Court. So this appears to mean that the Meade County Fiscal Court has jurisdiction and authority over the finances of the jail. And then budgeted funds. So the budgeted funds are the general fund, the road fund, and the jail fund. Now the jail fund, this is the budgeted fund. So one of the funds that is not budgeted, this is for the jail expenses of the county. This does not include the um, commissary fund. Here we go. Unbudgeted fund. The jail commissary fund. So you can look for those two if you have a question. So these kind of are at the top. So to look at the exceptions, you go all the way to the bottom of the report, and as you see, um, they are numbered like this. That would be the year, and then the exception number. So the one and the two. So 2022 1 and 22 2. So as you're looking at the back of the bottom of the report, go all the way to the end and scroll up till you see one of those. So we go, and here we go, 23 1. So they would be in order. There, if there's another one, it wouldn't be above one; it would be below one. So one is the only one, right? So that's the only one. So the financial statement was not prepared, right? So this was a problem in 2022 and 2023. So this one was two years in a row here. So let's see what the problem here is. Okay. Okay. Correction. Correction of the end of year report submitted to the treasurer will be corrected for fiscal year in 2024 with guidance. Okay. So the second year in a row didn't get it right. So, but it'll be corrected by the time by the next report. So, let's go look up at the previous year and what they said. So look at 2022, the same error. That would be 2022 error. So this was one that they did in 2021, and as they looked at it in 2022, they looked back at it. They said, okay, this has been resolved. So we'll look back at that one too, the segregation of duties issue, and see what the problem was and how they corrected that. So, yeah, that's not good. Let's look at this: adequate control over credit card reimbursements. So, okay, he said county judge's response. Now, this was the first year. The finance report not being prepared in compliance was a result of switching jail management software. The reports provided by the new management software comply with KRS 6800. Now, if I have to explain to you why this absolutely makes no sense whatsoever, I'm not going to, because it's kind of stupid. It makes no sense whatsoever. Think about it. Read. Think about it. And that's why it wasn't fixed on the next year. That's why they had the same problem, because this is just like a bullshit. This is like a bullshit answer. Um, you know, so that's that's all messed up. The commissary fund is all messed up. All messed up. Okay, so what's the next thing? New controls, new software program, new controls. Two people, blah blah blah. Oh, this was where they had a fuel tank, and they weren't requiring anyone to. They weren't like logging who took fuel out of the fuel tank. Uh, yeah. Okay. Okay. So that's 2020, 2022. 2021 is doesn't lacks adequate segregation. Okay. So that appears to have been solved. The Meade County Detention Center lacks adequate segregation over duties. Let's see what that one is. Here in 2021. Uh, so basically, if you read this, what it's telling you is that they had the same person was doing multiple duties in the chain. So what's going on here tells you all about the commissary fund. Did not segregate duties over receipts and backing. He stated he reviews deposit tickets and compares them to the ledgers. However, this was not evidenced by the documentation, nor was it evidenced by the other errors that are coming up where stuff's not coming out right. Um, the lack of segregation over duties of financial reporting significantly increases the risk of financial misstatement due to error, waste, fraud, or abuse. The lack of adequate segregation of duties could also result in undetected misappropriation of assets and inaccurate financial reporting. So they needed someone else to come in and look over the accounting, setup of the of the canteen. So what was their solution? How did they? This didn't recur, so they solved it. How did they solve it? Instead of having the jailer and bookkeeper reviewing all transactions, the chief deputy now assists with this as well. The chief deputy is Dennis Ray Whited. You may have heard that name before. Dennis Ray Whited. Ray Whited.
We always, we've mentioned this before. A lot of these frauditors, they go in and they try to request all these records and do all these open records requests. Well, whenever they actually do get them, they don't know what the hell they're looking at. They don't know how to read a budget. They don't know the difference between a revenue and an appropriation. I mean, they line item. You might as well give them like a book on flying saucers. I mean, they have no idea.
Tidy things up here after our look at the audit report. So, if you've never used Pacer, Pacer is a really good resource to use, and it's free. Up to, I think it's like if you use up to, I'm not sure what the number is. I've only gone over it a couple times. I don't know. It's like $30 or $60 a month or something like that is free. You don't have to put your credit card or anything in. They just send you a bill and you go pay it. I think the most that I've been using it for years. The most I've ever gone over, I think, was $60 one month, and I was like pretty hot and heavy into it. But it's easy to look up just the federal court records. So you can go in here and create you a account. You're going to want to do like case search only, search for cases. I already have an account, so I'm going to go to National Index, search, log into Pacer Case Locator, and then I'm going to go, it says Case Locator, but you can also search for parties, for individual parties. So you remember when we were looking at the audit, it's just like they added someone, they needed to have a division of duties, and they needed someone else to look over the financial stuff at the jail, and it passed after they added this person, Ray Whited, to be like their financial advisor or supervisor or something, whatever he was. So, say for example, if you wanted to look up that person, you can look up anybody. So let's look up Whited. His first name is Dennis. And let's just put his middle initial R. And let's look at bankruptcy court. Well, nope, it switched me back to case. Party, Whited, Dennis, R, court type, bankruptcy, right? Search. Okay. And you can go in here and look at the paperwork and the dockets and all that stuff. I'm not really interested in that. I'm not sure this is somebody I would want to be my financial advisor. So moving on. So the fiscal court gets these audit reports, and then of course if there are exceptions to the audit reports on their regular monthly meetings, they'll ask, they'll ask for findings on it. They'll look at the findings and see what's up with the audit reports. As you can see on the most recent one available, they got it. I think they get it sometime in September or something, and then they'll put it on the agenda. Like for this one, this is the October of this year. It'll say something like, where is it? I'm sorry. Accept the report on compliance for the U.S. Accept the report of the audit of the Meade County Fiscal Court for the year ended June 30th, 2023. So, I assume that they discussed the audit report. And then, so look at the next month's agenda. Apparently, they didn't get information on it. They need to continue to November to discuss the schedule of findings on the audit report. JJ didn't show up to this one, so they rescheduled it again in December. Discuss the schedule of findings and for the audit report. And I don't know for sure, but I'm going to guess he didn't go to this one either. So JJ decided, I guess, that he's not going to go to these fiscal court meetings and discuss the audit problems at the jail. He's just not going to go. And this next clip is him discussing that he's not going to go and why.
Which I used to attend every fiscal court meeting. So anytime something was voted on, anytime I ever talked to the fiscal court, that means that I was involved in proceedings. So if I was there, I was involved. It was a proceeding that was taking place. Now I don't go to the fiscal court meetings just for that reason. They've actually asked me to be there at the last couple of them just to give updates, but I'm not going to them no more. Because if it's going to be used against me, if they want me to go and give information and be involved in the proceedings, and don't turn around and use it against me. So
I'll try to keep up with this little drama and give updates as I can. Thanks for watching.